What's up everyone, Joseph here. In this video, we're gonna continue talking about the grammar on page 20 of the book. That's unit 3, page 20. We're gonna talk about comparisons with adjectives. Comparisons with adjectives. Take a look at this sentence. Santiago is bigger than Mao. What do you think this means? Santiago is bigger than Mao. You're making a comparison and you're saying that Santiago is big, very big. The area of Santiago is more extensive than the area on Mao. Let's see if that's true. You see Santiago here? Santiago is big. You see? On the map, Santiago is very, very big. The urban area of Santiago. What about Mao? Mao is small comparing to Santiago. You see? Mao is very small compared to Santiago. So Santiago is bigger. The area is more extensive than the area of Mao. So Santiago is bigger than Mao. So let's continue. To compare something, we use adjective, an adjective modified. We're going to talk about how to modify the adjective later. Plus then. So you have to use an adjective modified plus then. Excuse me. So here, take a look at this sentence. Santiago is bigger. The adjective is modified. The normal adjective is big. You see? The adjective in its normal form is big, but modify and you get bigger. See? What about here? Pedro is happier than Carlos. You see this picture here? Pedro is happier. Pedro's happiness is bigger. Pedro's happiness is bigger than Carlos. You see? Pedro here is smiling, Carlos is more serious. Okay, what about another example? That woman is more beautiful than this one. That woman is more beautiful than this one. The adjective is beautiful, but here we're adding more. Well, you're gonna tell me, oh, you're not modifying beautiful. Yes, I'm modifying beautiful, but how do we modify beautiful? By adding more. We add more to beautiful, and we're gonna explain this in a moment. Let's take a look at this. That woman here, it's more beautiful than this woman here. So, yes, you're comparing people. You can compare people, objects, or ideas. That woman is more beautiful than this one. Okay, take a look at this. Lighter, nicer, prettier, more expensive, more stylish, more beautiful. What's the difference? Here, excuse me, here we're only adding ER at the end. You see? ER. ER at the end. Here we're adding ER. And again here we're adding ER. In here we're only adding more and more. We're adding more. These adjectives were supposed to be light, nice, and pretty, but they change. We add ER to each one. So the difference is in the syllables. The difference is in the syllables that the word has. You add ER to adjectives with one or two syllables. You put more before adjectives with more than two syllables. You see, if the word only has one or two syllables, then you have to add er. You see? And er. But if the word has more than two syllables, like expensive, stylish, and beautiful, then you have to add more at the beginning of, well, more have to add more before the adjective. Excuse me. You have to add more before the adjective. For this is the example of these adjectives: more expensive, more stylish, more beautiful. Now we're gonna see some rules for adding er, because as you saw here, here I only added er, here I only added r, and here I erased the y, added I, er. We have some rules for every kind of adjective. Add er to most adjectives. This is the standard rule. This is normal for most, excuse me. This is normal for most adjectives. Small, smaller. Short, shorter. Smart, smarter. You only add er at the end of these adjectives. Now, to adjectives ending in consonant plus y. Consonant plus y. Change the y to I and add er. For example, pretty. I changed the y to I and added er, prettier. Happy, happier. Again, change the y to I and added er. Shy, shyer, the same. Change the y to I and added er at the end. Funny, funnier, the same rule. Now to adjectives ending in e. Adjectives ending in e. You just have to add the r at the end. Nice, nicer. Large, larger. Strange, stranger. In each case, you only have to add the r at the end of the adjective. Now to adjectives that end in one vowel plus consonant. So adjectives that end in one vowel plus consonant at the end. Double the last consonant and add er. For example, big, end in one vowel, the I in this case, and G. So you only have to, you double the consonant, the last consonant, G, big, and add er. Fat, fatter, again, add, double the last consonant and add er. Thin, thinner, you add, you duplicate the consonant and add er. Now, adjectives with more than two syllables. Again, adjectives with more than two syllables. You just have to add more before the adjective. Important, more important. Interesting, more interesting. Popular, more popular. Now, there are exceptions, like in every English rule. Here we have some irregular adjectives. You have to learn the way that you modify these adjectives. In them you don't add er to the end of the adjective. For example, good. You don't say gooder, no. You never say gooder, you say better. Good, better. I'm better than yesterday, for example. Bad, worse. Bad, worse. You can say I'm better than yesterday. bad, worse. Um, Mondays are worse than Saturdays, for example. Far, farther. Again, you modify by changing to its form. This is the case for only for these adjectives. So let's take a look at some other examples. Uh, Smaller. This ball is smaller than that one, for example. Comparing two balls. Pretty. That woman is prettier than the other one, for example. Large or strange. That uh, man, that man is stranger than this one. So this is the end of the video. I will see you on the next one.